इत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोन् श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुलं गायते गिरिमित्युपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं। कथाञ्चन स्मृते यस्मिन् दुष्करं सुकरं भवेत् स्मृते प्रीतं स्यात् श्रीचैतन्यं नमामि तम्। So the pastime itself, I think everybody knows, but we will just quickly recollect the pastime. That always the gopis came and complained to Mother Yashoda that your son is coming to our house and you're stealing butter. And he's making big mess in the house and he's going away. So Yashoda, then she would ask Krishna, Krishna, did you go and steal butter? Krishna would say, no, I never went. There's so much butter in the house. Why should I go and steal butter elsewhere? Then, but there was persistent complaint about Krishna going and stealing butter. So Yashoda was thinking that maybe in my house, I am not making butter personally. So that's why Krishna is going and stealing butter in other places where the gopis are making butter personally. So on the day of Deepavali, what Yashoda decided is that she would make some very nice milk sweets for Krishna and she will also churn butter herself. So therefore, she went and milked a very special type of cow called Padmagandha cows she had. And then she took that milk, she put that milk for boiling, and then she came to churn butter from a huge pot of curd. And as she was churning butter, she was also singing songs of Krishna. She made up her own songs, and then she was just singing. And when she was singing, she was getting nice background music from the butter which was churning. It was churning chalak, 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 chalak. And also she was wearing a lot of bangles. The bangles were clanging with each other. They were making some nice noise, cling, 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 cling like that. So this there was nice background music for what she was singing. And she was churning, and churning butter is like a tough job. If you have churned butter, you'll know, especially if the pot is big and the churning rod is very big and there is like rope in the churn. And she was sweating, her dress was going here and there, but she was very happily churning butter. And when she was doing that, Krishna came because he woke up, he was sleeping inside. He woke up by the sound and then he came and he directly went to his mother and he caught hold of her hand and he indicated that he wanted to drink milk from her breast. Of course, Yashoda was very happy to oblige. What could be greater pleasure for a mother that the child is in the lap and drinking milk from the breast? And when the child is Supreme Personality of Godhead, then the pleasure of feeding him is much, much higher. So she put him on the lap and then she started feeding him. So the milk in the kitchen, it was watching this scene. And then the milk started thinking that now Krishna is drinking milk from Yashoda's breast. Now he will not even care for me. So what is the use of living in this world? So the milk wanted to come out of the pot and jump into the fire and then commit suicide. Then when Yashoda saw that the milk is in a very precarious condition, she kept Krishna down and she ran to save the milk. Then naturally Krishna became very angry that what is this mother? I am drinking from her breast. I am still not satisfied. I have not left the breast myself. She is just putting me down and running away. Now I need to teach some lesson to this mother. So he was looking here and there. He found one stone. He took that stone and then he broke the pot. Especially that pot, it was actually almost ready to bring out the butter because from morning she had been churning. And at that stage, he broke the pot. So the whole of the courtyard of Yashoda, it became filled with this butter and the curd. And Krishna was thinking, this is too much of mischief. I did something which is disproportional to what my mother did. Now, if she comes and sees, then she is going to do something to me. So then he escaped from the place. Then he went into a room, and in that room, he saw butter was hanging. And when he saw butter was hanging, he became very happy. Okay, let me take this butter, eat. So he put one grinding mortar, he climbed up, and then he took the butter and he started eating. And then in Vrindavan, it's famous for monkeys. Whoever has gone to Vrindavan, they know these monkeys are very mischievous. All these monkeys came around Krishna and they started asking him, give me butter, give me butter, give me butter. So then Krishna started distributing butter profusely to all the monkeys. So the monkeys are eating butter, Krishna was eating butter. There was a whole celebration of butter stealing and eating going on. And in the meantime, Yashoda came to the place where she was churning butter, and then she saw Krishna has made such a big mess. And then she became very worried. She was thinking that all these days people are complaining that Krishna is naughty. I never believed. This boy is really naughty. He's doing this. So that means I should do some correction for him. If I don't correct him, then he will become a very bad man when he grows up. And then all the people will say, because of Yashoda's negligence, so this boy has become like this. Because Krishna, he was very attached to Yashoda. This is a very important point. And whenever anybody would ask Krishna, whose son you are, Krishna will always say, I am Yashoda's son. He will never say, I am Nanda Maharaj's son. And Nanda Maharaj he had little feeling because Krishna always says, I am Yashoda's son. So Nanda Maharaj was feeling, why this boy is always saying, I am Yashoda's son? Why he is not saying, I am Nanda Maharaj's son? Anyway, so therefore Yashoda felt very responsible. She thought I should do something. So she took one stick on her hand. And it was very easy to find Krishna because Krishna had made his footprints walking on the curd and butter. So there was curdy, buttery footprints going to the room. So she chased those footprints and then she went to see Krishna. And Krishna was happily distributing butter to the monkeys. The monkeys saw Yashoda coming with a stick and then they started retreating. And Krishna, he did not see because Yashoda was behind her. Krishna is calling the monkeys, hey, come, 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 so much butter is there. The monkeys are telling, no, 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 you eat only, you eat. Now we are going. So then Krishna thought, oh, something is wrong. These monkeys are running away. He turned and saw, then Yashoda is standing with a stick. So Krishna thought, oh, this is too much. Now I should run. So Krishna started running. And when Krishna was running, then Yashoda started chasing. So Krishna is running, Yashoda is chasing. So how to catch Krishna? Nobody can catch Krishna. He is saying, Brahma Samhita is saying, Pantastu Koti Satavatsara Sampragamyo Vayoratapi Manaso Munipungavanam Sopyastyat Prapatasimni Avichintya Tattva Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So how to catch Krishna? Very difficult. So Yashoda is running. Again, her dress became loose, her hair became loose, but she is very determined, even though she is heavily breathing and she is sweating. She is running behind Krishna. So all the gopis came, they became very happy. They are saying, hey, all these days this Krishna was stealing and he was making mischief in our house. We used to go and tell Yashoda, she never used to believe. Now Yashoda has understood, she is going to punish Krishna. Let's all come and see this, how Yashoda is going to punish Krishna. All the gopis came, they are all watching fun. And Yashoda and Krishna, they are running each other, running race is going on. So in between what happened, Yashoda was wearing a lot of flowers on her head. It's normal in India. Women, they wear a lot of flowers on their head. So these flowers on Yashoda's head, they actually became three groups. They had some debate amongst each other. So one group of lovers were telling that, see, Yashoda is so exalted. She is able to chase Krishna. And anyway, she is little bulky. And then she is running. And why we should sit on her head and add more weight to her chase? Better we jump down and we reduce the weight so she can quickly run and catch Krishna. So one group of flowers thought like this, and then they jumped down from Yashoda's hair. Then other group of flowers, they were on Krishna's side. They were arguing, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Upanishad is saying that nobody can catch Krishna. How dare this lady go and try to catch Krishna? So we should not be sitting on her head. They wanted to protest, so therefore they jumped from Krishna, Yashoda's hair. So the third group, they were thinking that Yashoda is so great that she is able to catch Krishna. She is chasing Krishna. Nobody can chase him. She is chasing Krishna. How we can sit on her head? We should go and sit on her feet. So they wanted to fall at Yashoda's feet. So they also jumped off. So like this, all the flowers jumped off from Yashoda's hair. And then Krishna became very merciful. He allowed Yashoda to catch her. So she caught. And after she caught, then this whole festival of trying to bind Krishna started. Then Yashoda, she took some rope. She wanted to bind Krishna to the mortar. She wanted to ground him. But then she found that it was 2 fingers short. She thought, okay, no big deal. Take one more rope, bind it. And then again 2 fingers short. So like this, she used up all the rope in her house and always 2 fingers short. Then all the gopis became very enthusiastic because they want to see Krishna bound. They are all saying, okay, we have rope in our house. We'll bring rope in our house. So all the rope is coming still 2 fingers short. Again, Yashoda became very tired. Krishna became very merciful. And finally, Krishna was tied. And when Krishna was tied, then Yashoda actually left the place because now Krishna is grounded. He cannot do any mischief. So then Krishna is seeing what we can do. I should do something. Then he saw those 2 tall trees which are in his garden, the Amalarjuna trees. And immediately he understood, okay, now I should go and relieve these 2 boys, Nalakvera and Manikriva, from their curse, because Narada Muni has told. Krishna is thinking, Bhagavatam is explained, that Krishna is thinking that I don't have anything to do with these boys. I have no relation with them. I am not bound to release them from their curse. Just because Narada Muni has said, now I should go and do this. So therefore, he actually went and he put the mortar in between those trees and then pulled them. And when he pulled the mortar, both the trees fell down with crashing noise. And these 2 personalities released from their curse, they came out and then they offered wonderful prayers to Krishna. They were cursed to become trees by Narada Muni because they became very proud of their association with Lord Shiva. And then they were simply intoxicating and enjoying with women. Once in the higher planetary system, they were enjoying like that, naked. So that time Narada Muni came that side. And then the women, out of respect for Narada Muni, they covered themselves and went away. But these 2 boys, they were too much drunk. They were thinking, this is not a brahmachari place. Why this man is coming here? He is a brahmachari, he should not come here. So it is his fault. Why we should cover ourselves? They were just standing naked. Then Narada Muni became very merciful. He wanted to actually give them some opportunity to repent. And he wanted to give them some opportunity to do some penance. So therefore, he cursed them to become trees. And then he also said that they will see Krishna and they will get released. So, and he also gave them the benediction. They will remember that they were actually Nalakvera and Manikriva, even though they were in the body of tree. So for 100 years of demigods, they were standing as trees and they were always thinking of Krishna. When Krishna will come and when Krishna will release us. So by this austerity, they became very pure. They offered prayers to Krishna. And then they went away. All Krishna's friends, they are seeing all this scene. And then the elders came running because they heard the noise. They came running. And then they asked the boys, Arey, what happened? How did the trees fell? Then the boys are telling story. You don't know, Krishna came and the mortar came and the mortar got stuck between the trees. Krishna was pushing the mortar and the trees fell down and 2 nice personalities came and they offered prayers and Krishna told them, go, and they went up. So then all the elderly gopas are telling what kind of imagination these boys are having. How they are telling so many stories out of their imagination like that, because they couldn't believe that all these things happened. Anyway, they were very happy that Krishna was not hurt. Nanda Maharaj came and then he released Krishna from the mortar and Krishna was sitting in his lap. And then Nanda Maharaj, Krishna, who tied you? Then Krishna said, Yashoda Mother tied me. Then Nanda Maharaj became very happy. Now he got chance to keep Krishna, and he wanted to chastise Yashoda, because always Yashoda and Krishna, they are together. Now Krishna was with him, so he became very, very happy. So he called Yashoda and he said, "Hey, you tied Krishna?" Then Yashoda said, "Yeah, I tied Krishna because he did mischief." "Oh, I'm going to punish you." Then he raised his hand as if to punish Yashoda. Krishna immediately caught his hand and then jumped into Yashoda's lap. And then Yashoda and Krishna, they became very happy. So this way the Leela ended. This is Damodar Leela, very, very sweet Leela. Okay. So now what lessons we can learn from Damodar Leela? So Yashoda was churning and singing. This is how the Leela started. That is the first important lesson we learn from Damodar Leela. That we can engage body and mind and words in Krishna's service in whatever we do. Throughout the day we are doing something or other. But when we are doing something or other, we should always remember Krishna. We should always chant his names. We can sing Kirtan in his glorification. We can do so many things, because when we are doing work with hands, when the work is seen by eyes, sometimes mouth is just silent. It has no word. It has no work. So that mouth can be engaged in Krishna's glorification. If that is engaged in Krishna's glorification, if we train like that, then we can constantly think of Krishna. This is the first lesson she teaches us. Then Mother Yashoda was working very hard to churn butter. Even though she had many servants, she could have given her servants to churn butter, but she was doing herself. She was going through the hardship of churning the butter. And this teaches us one of very important lesson, that the easygoing life and Krishna consciousness goes ill together. Prabhupada actually writes in one purport in second canto that Krishna wants to see how much painstaking we will be in our service. Krishna wants to see. So we cannot just drift in Krishna consciousness. We have to do something. We have to take some austerity. We have to do something. And we should do something which puts us away from our comfort zone. So austerities in Krishna consciousness give real happiness. That is real happiness. When we do something for Krishna, whether we fail or whether we succeed, the very fact that we try to do something for Krishna, which is difficult for us, that gives us happiness. So then Krishna comes and disturbs Mother Yashoda. So the lesson from that is that when we do service, disturbance is bound to come. If you don't want to be disturbed in Krishna consciousness, the only thing is that don't do any service. But then mind will disturb. So in any case, if you do some service, some disturbance will come. This is natural. Therefore, we should learn to tolerate the disturbance which comes in different forms in our service, and we should try to be very steady in our service. We should not think, oh, this disturbance is there, oh, that disturbance is there. We should not be jumping one place to another place. Simply, we should steadily do our service, because the nature of this material world is that when we do some service, some disturbance is bound to come. So the next lesson we can learn is that Yashoda was running to save the milk. So devotee care is very, very important. There is nothing more important in Krishna consciousness than caring for devotees. This is a lesson which we learn, that actually Yashoda was doing deity care. The deity is Krishna. He was actually sucking milk from her breast. She left deity care to do devotee care. So we can understand what is the importance of devotee care in Krishna consciousness. Because if devotees are nicely cared for, then everything else will flourish. If we try to Shri Radha Madhava ki, Gaunitai ji ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So if we try to care for devotees, then everything will flourish. But if we don't care for devotees, even though we have nice intentions, nothing will flourish. So therefore, the most important thing in our Krishna conscious movement is devotee care. Prabhupada actually said in the Nectar of Instruction that the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is made for facilitating 6 type of loving exchanges between devotees. This is the very purpose of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, that we care for each other, we have loving relationship with each other. So that is the next lesson we learn. And the other important lesson we learn is that there are many services in Krishna consciousness, but we should know how to prioritize our services. We should know what is important, what should be done first, what should be done next. If we don't know how to prioritize our services, we may mess up everything. So therefore, Yashoda was very expert in prioritizing what she wanted to do. That's another important thing. Everything is service. But within that service also there is some priority. Like for example, chanting 16 rounds is priority. Following 4 regulative principles is priority. The top priority should be given to these activities, because we have actually given a vow to the spiritual master that we will do these things. So therefore, prioritization of services is very, very important in Krishna consciousness. So that's another important thing. And the other important lesson we learn from this is that when we serve, we should not see our own comfort, we should see the comfort of others to whom we are rendering service. That is very important. Yashoda was very happy because she was having Krishna on her lap and Krishna was sucking her breast. But she was not focusing on her happiness. She was actually focusing on the happiness of the milk, which she wanted to save. So therefore, it's a very important lesson that we may feel comfortable doing something, but if the need of the hour is that we should do something which we may not be very comfortable with, still we should take it up, because that is what is needed at that time. And that's important at that time. So therefore, doing the needful, irrespective of what is our comfort level, is very important if we want to progress in Krishna consciousness. Is another important lesson we learn from Yashoda's action. And also another important lesson we learn from Yashoda's action here is that sometimes we have to be separated from Krishna to serve Krishna. Like for example, Prabhupada, he actually separated himself from Vrindavan. That's why we are sitting here and then we are discussing Damodar Katha. If Prabhupada had thought that, oh, I will stay in Vrindavan, I will stay in Radha Damodar, then this wonderful situation, this wonderful temple will not be there. So sometimes service in separation is required. And that will be a reality for all of us, because at some point we'll have to face the reality of service in separation. So that's another lesson. So we discussed this. Okay. Then Krishna is breaking the pot. Krishna broke the pot. So that's another important thing. Sometimes Krishna himself may disrupt our service. He may create a situation where what we want to do will become very, very difficult to do. There is nobody to blame. Krishna himself will do it. Why? Because Krishna wants to see how determined we are in serving him. Krishna will give test. When we want to become serious in Krishna consciousness, when we want to progress in Krishna consciousness, Krishna will give us test, because that is the nature. Intelligent student means that student will get test. So Krishna will test us in Krishna consciousness. Guru will test us in Krishna consciousness. We should have the determination to pass that test. We should have the determination to pass that test. This is one important lesson. The other important lesson is that Krishna consciousness is process oriented. It is not result oriented. In the material world, whatever we do, it is result oriented. If you don't get result, then there is no use of doing it. But bhakti is not like that, because bhakti is the process, bhakti is the result. So therefore, bhakti is process oriented. So therefore, while doing devotional service, more than the result, how do we apply ourselves to the process is very important. So here the result is butter. Yashoda did not get the butter. That was destroyed. But because she applied herself to the process, properly, Krishna jumped to her in the end of the Lila. So therefore, it's a very powerful lesson that how Krishna consciousness is process oriented. Mm. So whenever we get such situation, we should always utilize that opportunity. When Krishna gives us the test, we should utilize the opportunity to depend more on Krishna. Like for example, Yashoda, she actually used this opportunity of the broken pot to catch Krishna. So she did not tell that, oh, Krishna is doing like this. I don't want Krishna. She did not do that. Okay, Krishna gave butter to monkeys. It's very sweet because Krishna never forgets. So it is said by the acharyas that these monkeys, they actually fought for Lord Ram. And they went through a lot of difficulty in Ram Lila. They were facing many arrows, many weapons, and many of them were hurt. So Krishna never forgets what we do for him. He will always repay back. He is always grateful. So therefore, in Damodar Lila, he gave profusely butter to all of them. He rewarded them by giving butter from his own hand. So whatever we do in Krishna consciousness, it is never lost. Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita, of course, Neha Vikramna Sosti, Pratyavayona Vidyate, Swalpam Kesya Dharmasya Trayate Mahato Bhayat. There is no loss or diminution in this endeavor. Even a little advancement in this path will remove the greatest type of fear, Krishna says. So we don't have to worry in Krishna consciousness, oh, I am doing this, I am doing that. Nobody knows. Even if nobody knows, Krishna knows. And Krishna will never forget. Krishna is such a sweet master that he will never forget. Krishna is such a sweet master that whatever we do, even little we do, he is always happy. Krishna is such a sweet master that he always remains grateful. So therefore, Krishna is the most ideal master to serve. So this way, the monkeys actually got butter. So another important lesson we learned from Yashoda was that when the pot was broken, Yashoda was not angry that I did so much work, all this work Krishna wasted. She was more worried about what people will speak about Krishna. She was not worried about the pot being broken. She was not frustrated. So therefore, we should learn to accept reverses in Krishna consciousness without frustration. It's very important. Sometimes we see that devotees become very frustrated. Why we should become frustrated? Krishna says that the process of Krishna consciousness is joyfully performed. It's joyfully performed. So therefore, we should always remain joyful. We should always remain jolly. Because Krishna is in control. We are doing our best, but Krishna is always in control. So because Krishna is in control, then we can always be happy. If we understand this, that I am not in control, Krishna is in control, we can always be happy. So Yashoda was not frustrated that the pot was broken. Rather, she was more interested in doing something for Krishna. Again, Yashoda took the stick. She took the stick not because she was angry and she wanted to beat Krishna. She just wanted to put some fear in her mind, in his mind, so that he become a nice person. That was her worry, that he becomes a nice person. So we can learn two lessons from this. When we do something appropriate, people will say, oh, this person is very nice, he has done nice things. When we do something inappropriate, people will always say that these ISKCON people are like this. So whatever we do inappropriate will reflect on the movement. That is what Yashoda was thinking, that this fellow will do something inappropriate and they will blame me. So that is also another important lesson we should learn, that we represent Prabhupada, we represent Krishna, we represent a tradition which is very glorious, we represent glorious acharyas. So therefore, our behavior should also be spotless. Prabhupada said that devotees should be Shushila. In one letter he wrote, that devotee should be Shushila. Shushila means well-behaved. And in another letter he writes that so far I have actually maintained a very good name. You people also should maintain this name. And then he says, like father, like son. Like father, like son. So therefore, that's another lesson we can actually learn. And then another important lesson for those who are in management, correction should be offered in such a way that the devotee who is getting corrected actually can progress in Krishna consciousness. That is the way to offer correction in Krishna consciousness. Correction should not be offered out of anger, or it should not be offered out of vengeance. It should be offered out of goodwill. Whatever correction we offer, it should be offered out of goodwill. So Yashoda was chasing Krishna. So we can ask this question, that what are we chasing in our lives? Are we chasing Krishna or are we chasing Maya? It's a very important question to ask. It's a nice point to introspect. Yashoda did not give up chasing. So the determination to please Guru Krishna and the devotees, and we should always be hopeful that despite all the difficulties, despite all the disqualification, we can, if we actually depend on Krishna, we can always be successful. So Yashoda's flowers were arguing with each other. I said that they had argument. They all had different opinion. So in doing some service, difference of opinion amongst devotees is natural. But that difference of opinion should be treated as spiritual because our goal is one. We all want to please Krishna. So therefore, if there is some difference of opinion, it should not be taken as something which is material. It should be treated as spiritual. Prabhupada actually says in 4th canto that there cannot be difference of opinion amongst devotees. But if it is there, it should be treated as spiritual. We should try to resolve the difference of opinion based on the commonality of goals rather than differences in approach. Okay, Yashoda gave up the stick. Actually, when Yashoda caught Krishna, Krishna was so afraid. He was crying. He was rubbing his hands. Is there Rudantam Muhur Netra Yugmam Rujantam Karamboja Yugamena Shatanka Netram Muhushwasa Kampa Trirekanka Kanta Stitagraivam Damodaram Bhakti Baddham. So he was very afraid. He was crying. So Yashoda thought that there is no use of this stick anymore because anyway he is so much afraid. What is the use of having this stick? She immediately threw away the stick. So therefore, correction should not be too harsh. If we see that some purpose has been achieved, then we should give up this method of correction. Two fingers short is very famous, the most important lesson in Damodar Lila. That one finger represents our own effort, the other finger represents Krishna's mercy. Both of them are required in Krishna consciousness. Yashoda was able to tie Krishna. The unlimited mercy of the Lord, that he actually gets bound by the love of pure devotee. That Sitagraivam Damodaram Bhakti Baddham, he says in Damodara Ashtakam, that he became bound by Yashoda's love. So we can also bind Krishna. We can also bind Krishna. If we develop that love for Krishna, we can also bind him. Then Krishna thinks about Nalakuvera and Manigriva simply because Narad Muni wanted them to be delivered. So therefore, somehow or other, if we can catch hold of Prabhupada's dhoti, then if Prabhupada wants us to be delivered, then Krishna will consider. And definitely Prabhupada wants us to be delivered. He is there that Prabhupada wanted the whole world to be delivered. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pascheta Desha Tarine is there. So therefore, we already have our good fortune that Prabhupada wants us to be delivered. So if we simply stick to the path, if we simply do what we have to do, then we are sure to get Krishna's mercy. Nalakuvera and Manigriva getting cursed. So we should be very careful because if we get carried away by bodily things like beauty or wealth or education or fame, then we will end up committing offenses. So we should be very careful not to be affected by such things. We should be very careful. And pure devotees chastisement is also good. So when devotees chastise, we should feel very happy. Of course, we should correct ourselves, but we should also feel very happy that devotees are chastising us because that means they are showing their mercy on us. So like Narada Muni's chastisement of the boys actually gave them darshan of Krishna. So therefore, this is another important lesson that we should not become morose when we get chastised. Rather, we should become very enthusiastic. Somebody is caring for us. That's why they are chastising us. So we should become very enthusiastic. Then Nalakwera and Manigriva became trees is very important lesson for us that how we should dress properly. Prabhupada said that we should dress like gentlemen. We should just like nice ladies. So we should not overexpose ourselves. So we should not put ourselves in the risk of becoming trees. So Krishna, he was bound by the mortar, but he was able to release Nalakwera and Manigriva. So that means Krishna is Supreme Person in all circumstances. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whether he is bound or whether he is released, whether he is in Warfield or whether he is in Vrindavan, doesn't matter. Whether he is the obedient son of Nanda Maharaj, is carrying Nanda Maharaj's chapels on his head, doesn't matter. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead. In all circumstances, he remains supreme. Nalakuvera and Manigriva, they offered prayers to Krishna. It is very important also for us to offer prayers. It is one of the angas of bhakti. In sadhana bhakti, offering prayers. There are two types. It's given twice. One is offering our own prayers. We can write our own prayers. We can offer to the deity. That also we can do. The other is offering notable prayers. There are many prayers in Bhagavatam. There are many prayers in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The different prayers are there. We can memorize those prayers and we can offer those prayers. So both of them are bona fide, but offering prayers is very, very important. So then everything ended very happily. Everybody was very happy. So pure devotion attracts Krishna. Pure devotion attracts Krishna. And you can see that in Krishna's pastime, everybody is so happy. Everybody is enjoying very nicely. Everybody is having nice time with Krishna. And we are rotting here. So therefore, when we read such nice pastimes of Krishna, we should also think that what we are doing here, why we are stuck here. And those pastimes should give us the determination to go back home, back to Godhead in this lifetime, that we can actually, we have this opportunity. Lord Chaitanya came and he actually made disqualification as the qualification. This is the beauty of Lord Chaitanya's movement. Anybody says, I am very qualified, Lord Chaitanya says, no, you cannot get my mercy, go elsewhere, get mercy elsewhere. But when somebody goes to Lord Chaitanya, he says, Lord Chaitanya, I am big rascal, I am completely disqualified. What can I do? Then Lord Chaitanya says, come, you are my candidate, I will give you mercy. So there cannot be better time, there cannot be better place, there cannot be better moment. Everything is good. Time is good, place is good, moment is good, opportunity is good. Therefore, we should utilize this opportunity. Krishna is showing his pastimes, Lord Chaitanya is showing his pastimes, Prabhupada is showing his pastimes. Everybody are showing their pastimes. And they're inviting us that you also belong to the same party, man. Why are you rotting there? You also come here. You also join this party. Nice dancing party. Eat, sing and dance. This is our program. Our program is very, very simple program. We don't have any complication. We want to eat, we want to sing, we want to dance. So by eating, singing and dancing, we can go to Krishna. It is not going to get easier than this. So therefore, if we utilize this wonderful opportunity, we can happily go back home, back to Godhead. So I thought that, okay, one last slide is there. What is the most important lesson which we can learn from this? That if we are determined to please Krishna, despite all our disqualifications, we can surely attract his mercy. So this is the most powerful lesson which we actually learn from Damodar Lila. Because actually it is said in Ishopanishad very specifically, Tadhavato anyan atyeti tishtat tasmin apo matarisvadadati. The meaning of this statement is that nobody can catch Krishna in running race. This is the literal meaning of the statement. Tadhavato anyan atyeti tishtat. When you run to catch him before you go to that place, he will already be there. This is nature of Krishna. Upanishad says that nobody can catch Krishna. And the Upanishad is Shruti. Shruti means that it cannot be changed. So that statement of Shruti, Krishna made it wrong, and Yashoda was able to catch Krishna. Nobody should be able to catch Krishna. This is the scripture. Scriptural statement says that nobody can catch Krishna. But Krishna says, yes, that is true, but if I want, my devotee can catch me. So nobody has the qualification to catch Krishna, but because Krishna wanted and because Yashoda was determined, then Yashoda was able to catch Krishna. So this is the most powerful lesson, that Krishna will bend everything for devotees' love. So if we actually fall in love with Krishna, and if we become determined to fall in love with Krishna, despite all our disqualification, Krishna will make it happen. Okay, so these are some reflections from Damodar Lila. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Any questions, comments, anything? Yes.
I heard actually recently, like the stick Mother Yashoda was carrying was Nanda's cowherd stick.
Yeah.
So that like gave her some authority. Yeah. Anyways, as opposed to just a big stick. That's right.
Yeah.
Beautifully decorated,
Yes. In Nandamara's house, everything is artistic. Because art is an expression of love towards Krishna. That when it reflects in the material world, then according to mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, it reflects differently. But primarily, the 64 expression of arts, it actually came to express one's love towards Krishna. And Krishna is the reservoir of those arts, and Radharani is the expert practitioner of those arts. So therefore, Krishna is called as Kalanidhi, and Radharani is called as Kalavati. So naturally, everything around Krishna is very beautiful. That's what I like about this place, very artistic. So when I came, I told Prabhuji that this place is very artistic. So this is how Krishna's place should be. It should be very nice, it should be very beautiful, it should be very artistic. And because that's what Krishna is all about. Krishna is all about beauty. Krishna is all about joy. Yes? Okay, any other comments? Anything else? Any other reflections? Okay, so I want to speak about my purpose of coming here for about 5 minutes, and then I'll show you a small video. Actually, in Mayapur, we all know that we are all waiting for the Temple of Vedic Planetarium to open, and in 2027, the Temple of Vedic Planetarium is going to open also. It will be inaugurated by end of 2027. So a lot of arrangement is going on for that. One of the important facilities which we want to have in Mayapur before the temple opens is also the Mayapur Hospital. Currently, we have a very small hospital in Mayapur. It's about 10 beds. Of course, we upgraded it last few years. After COVID, we have done a lot of work to upgrade the hospital. But along with that, we are also building a 100-bed hospital just besides the existing hospital. The project has been going on from almost from 2021. So almost for 4 years, the project had been going on. And we have also substantially completed the project. Now, there is a urgency to complete the project and bring it into operation before the TOP opens, because we are expecting lakhs and lakhs of people to come while the TOP opens, both from international devotees and also from India. We are expecting so many devotees to come. So naturally, when so many people are going to come, there could be some health-related issues. Sometimes there may also be, Krishna forbid, some emergencies. So therefore, in order to meet all of those situations, having this hospital has become a very critical thing. So I am traveling around North America to see if I can get some support for this project. I was in Canada for in September. Then I briefly went to Mayapur. That's when I met Prabhu, and he asked me if I can come here, basically to get some nice donation. One banker there in India, in Kolkata, he came and gave a substantial donation. We had about $2.5 million fund shortage in order to finish the project. So during Kartik time, by Krishna's arrangement, by Krishna's mercy, this businessman came. He almost gave a check of $1.3 million, about 12 crores. I think it's $1.3 million. So now we are short by about $1 million. So I am trying to go here and there to see whoever is interested to support the project. Of course, devotees are supporting according to what they can. But in one sense, this is also a project which has a social angle. For us, it is Dham Seva, it is devotee Seva, it is Pada Sevanam for us. But this project can also attract outsiders who are philanthropic in nature. So this is one thing I am always appealing to wherever I go. I am telling that as devotees are contributing, they are contributing. That is nice. But if you know someone who is not a devotee, but who is philanthropic in nature, this is a good way of engaging them in the service of the Dham. If they can contribute something, then they will be engaged in the Dham Seva and they will get a lot of Sukriti for the service which they do to devotees, to Dhamvasis. They may not realize the value of it, but they can actually get a lot of benefit. So that's also another thing I request all of you to see. If you have some contacts who are like not exactly devotees, but who are secular in nature, but who are philanthropic, they can help this project. This project can be presented to them. So I'll just show a small video. It's just 4 minutes. I was stuck.
You're still on the Wi-Fi from your room. It might be so there's another Wi-Fi you can switch to either.
Is there one I can switch?
Yeah. Which one were you using?
I think Krishna one.
Okay, just do Krishna 5, same password.
I'm not seeing Krishna 5 here.
Or 3.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Three or 5?
I'm just not getting that network here. You show only Krishna one. I don't know why it is not showing.
I'll try turning it off.
Okay. Here we go. Krishna 3 seems to be.
Yeah.
Krishna 5.
Whichever one is showing.
Let's see. Yes. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So this Mayapur hospital, it has quite a bit of history. This project was started more than 20 years back by Sri Mayapur Vikas Sangha. I got involved with Mayapur hospital in 2013. In 2014 onwards, we started managing this place, but it was very, very basic.
I am Dhanvantari Das. I have joined ISKCON around 9 years back. When I came, there was just a clinic. Then slowly we built up a team, and now we are building our dream hospital.
I've been here now for taking good care of me. Dr. Suki is the number one doctor here that I have.
My legal name is Dr. August, we had an outbreak of COVID here. Actually, he came, Paratmani Prabhu came to leave his body in Mayapur. And he was under our care, a very jolly brahmachari. Till the last moment, he was so happy and he was so enthusiastic. We were very inspired by the way he left his body.
He used to come here, he was here for a while, he used to scream Gurunga very loud. He was a very good friend of mine and everybody.
Yeah.
We always together. I was talking to him.
I was very calm, thinking that if it is going to a case where everyone is going to die, I am in the best place to leave my body. So I stayed here and Mahaprabhu arranged services for me. I got opportunity to serve the brahmacharis, senior devotees.
I'm really feeling thankful, grateful. So my heart desires to give a small donation to the hospital.
Мы в Бурском госпитале самые лучшие врачи, которых я только видела в этой жизни.
In the Mayapur hospital, there are the best doctors and nurses that I've ever seen in my life.
Myself, Dr. Anand Das, working here and serving Dhamvasi is like devotional service to us. Matter of great fortune that we are working here serving Dhamvasis.
I've been treated at the Mayapur Community Hospital a number of times, taken a mood from my face by Dr. Suki, different lab investigations, including free CT scan, which we urgently need a bigger hospital.
Me, Dr. Viva Kumari, came from Delhi. I was working there in a Fortis and Max Hospital as a general physician, and I came here to serve the all Vaishnava and devotees.
I was in the hospital for the operation, and now I'm all better. All the devotees, all the nurses, all the doctors, everybody's so sweet.
So my name is Haribala Devidavi, and I'm from Germany, and I'm serving here in the hospital. And I'm very happy to have this opportunity.
He had a very unfortunate accident, but they very professionally dealt with him and were able to give us a very high level of care.
আমার নাম রিয়ামণি, আমার বাড়ি হাওড়া। এখানে আমার প্রথম চাকরি জীবনের শুরু। আমি আমার 100% দিয়ে ভক্তদের সেবা করতে চাই।
আমার স্ত্রী আর মন্ডল তার চিকিৎসার জন্য কৃষ্ণনগর অনেক জায়গায় গিয়েছি। সিটিস্ক্যানে যাই সাধক বলে আমরা বলতে পারিনি। মায়াপুর কমিউনিটি হসপিটালে এসে আমাদের সিটিস্ক্যান হয়ে গেছে বিনা পয়সায়।
My name is Dr. Santraj Singh. We are planning to extend our services to a new hospital which is coming up. So we wish to serve more and more people.
If a sick person walks inside the hospital, he gets treated or she gets treated. If we don't have the ability to treat them, we do whatever we can do, and then we do refer them to a place where they can get properly treated. Of course, when we have our own 100-bed hospital, most of this treatment can be done here. You please really offer your prayers that let this project be quickly completed and let devotees be benefited with this project. Devotees' prayers are very powerful, and with devotees' prayers, everything can happen. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this is our project. This is what I'm carrying, and I'm traveling in US. I was in LA and got a good support there. So I'm here. I'm here today. I'm here tomorrow. If anybody wants, if anybody is inspired to do something for this project, you can always approach me, and I can explain to you how you can help this project, how you can contribute for this project. Whatever you can contribute, small, big, everything is good. You don't have to worry that that how much you can give or how much you cannot give. Don't worry about it. Whatever you give is good. Whatever we give, we are very happy to receive. Doesn't matter. And of course, ISKCON News has been big support. They have been constantly publishing about the hospital. I think till now they have run about 5-6 articles.
We have another.
Yeah, another coming also. The other one I have not sent you. Once you have published this, I'll send more. We are constantly adding facilities also to the hospital. Recently, we added endoscopy, colonoscopy facility, and we added facility for some advanced eye care. So we are actually building up the hospital to very good level of care. We have a very unique situation. We have the poorest of people in the village. We have to give care to them. But we also have international devotees who come from US and Europe and all over the world who expect very high level of care when they actually come to the hospital. So therefore, we have to satisfy both the crowd, the devotees who are coming from West, and also we need to take care of the poorest of poor who are staying there in West Bengal. So anyway, we are actually making a facility which is very good. By Krishna's mercy, it is also coming up nicely. Many devotees are coming forward and helping. And also from India also we have get a lot of support from corporates. It's a total $6 million project. From India itself, we have raised more than 4 million now. And we can raise more money also from India. But the challenge is to finish the building. Medical equipment would cost about $2 million. That it will come from India itself. It's not a problem. But the real challenge is to finish the building. The shortage is, as I said, it's about $1 million shortage, trying to fund that gap. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. As I said, I am here. I am here today. I am here tomorrow morning also. Anybody who wants to do something, please feel free to come to me and talk to me. I can explain to you what you can do. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Prabhu, will you mark some class tomorrow morning? We'll be heading out this week. Hey.
How long you been back, man?
2 weeks. So you're making notes about that one?
Yeah, about.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a nice piece cooked lovingly by Lila. And his wife and upstairs. It's very large, spacious.
I have something for you.
Yeah.
But, I'll get tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
It's up the stairs.
And also